So we're out here in the outskirts of Boone, North Carolina, just admiring this pretty view this morning. I'm being dropped off at a site where we're going to be doing some training to be a camp counselor at Turtle Island again this year.
Welcome neighbors to Miracle Farm 1927 Homestead. Today we're off the farm and we're here at the sawmill at Turtle Island. This is the home of Eustace Conway. And this is the sawmill he runs on the Mountain Man show. We're here to do some work to it today. The head blocks has got out of time, and I brought my expert here. Been sawing ever since he was 16 years old, and he's 93 now, so I don't figure I could find much better experience in the world than him. So we're going to try to see if we can get this get the head blocks back in time. What's happened, they got ran off, and they've got out of these, if you'll see these teeth right here, they've got out of time. So what we've got to do, we've got to get these back in time, and we've got some adjustments on them. Right here you loosen these collars right here and you turn them and get them in time, but we're probably going to have to run them off and get them started right back on the right tooth. So that's what we're going to try to get done today. So we'll fill you in a little bit more as we're going along here. Okay, what we've done so far, I've measured from the standard out to the end of the frame here, and they're all measuring the same. And I've went back there and I've counted the teeth on from the gear out, and all of them's got 23 showing. So now what we're going to do, we're going to pull the carriage up to the saw, and we're going to measure from each upright to the saw and see what kind of distance we've got there. They're gonna hit you. Which side of the saw? This side. Close, ain't it? Now what we're going to do, we're going to measure from there to the side of the saw right here.
Okay, now, you measure it to your head block out to the saw.
To the tooth, or where the guide runs. $17.5.
All right, mark your saw.
Okay.
All right, now bring it back on the saw up to that same head block. You shouldn't have to turn
Here's what we're after here. Here's a piece of lumber that it's cut. This end, it's 4 inches. The middle is 5 1/4. The other end is 5 1/2. So we got to figure out what this mill's doing. It's causing it to cut lumber like this. Like I said, we're not leaning on it being the head blocks right now. Okay, the second head block is 1/4 inch further away from the saw than the front one was, so that's automatically a 1/4 inch heavier behind. So we're going to pull the back one up now and see what it's showing. What we're seeing so far, like I said, they ain't but 1/4 inch difference between the front head block and the rear head block. So that's not going to make over 1 inch difference in the lumber. So we're leaning on the saw is pushing. So I don't know if you can't see it real close on camera, but the saw will push if the tooth is low towards the log. You want that you want your saw file just as square as possible. So that's what we're leaning on right now. See that black place on that side of that lumber? That means the saw is rubbing. What we're trying to do is just a guide to where that saw is not rubbing the saw. We want it where the tooth is cutting instead of the side of the saw rubbing. So that's what we're adjusting the guide right now to try to do that. Okay, we've adjusted the guides, and now we've got our board. It's 4 1/4 on this end and 4 1/2 on the other end, so we're still 1/4 inch off. So we're going to go ahead and try to move our head blocks 1/4 inch, see if that fixes it. This is a little 400 case. She's purring like a kitten. That's what the power source is for this sawmill. And we have kept adjusting, and we got it to 4 1/8 on close to both ends now. So we're going to leave her alone. We'll see you next time.